Cutting across to the news just coming in, Rahul Gandhi has tweeted, this time round politics speaking over the Amarnath terror attack. Rahul Gandhi has said, and I quote, Modi's policies have created space for terrorists in Kashmir. Grave strategic blow for India. Short-term political gain for Modi from PDP alliance has cost India massively. He has gone on to explain his views in a mathematical equation. He goes on to say, Modi's personal gain in India is equal to India's strategic loss plus sacrifice of innocent Indian blood. Is that so simple? Is this yet another desperate attempt to target the centre, the blame game which should have been averted at least in an hour of solidarity that's needed in the country? We're fighting a war against terrorists. Congress Vice President putting a mathematical equation in his tweet saying Modi's personal gain is equal to India's strategic loss plus sacrifice of innocent Indian blood. Supriya, my colleague, is joining us. Supriya, it seems yet another low from the Congress Vice President while trying to ask for political accountability the way he's tweeted this time round.
Well, yes, Debina, once again, Congress Vice President has hit at Prime Minister Narendra Modi as far as the issue of Kedarnath Yatris is concerned. And there are very strong messages which are there, series of tweets which are broken just now on his official Twitter account, where he has put a mathematical equation saying that in a way, Modi's personal gain is equal to India's strategic loss plus sacrifice of innocent Indian blood. And before that, he has already said what the Congress has been maintaining, that the PDP-BJP alliance is unholy alliance. It's a short-term gain which the BJP and PDP is looking at. So once again, upping the ante. This is a third one. First we had seen he had attacked the Prime Minister as far as US visit was concerned. Then he attacked the Prime Minister as far as the Indo-China standoff is concerned. And now it's on the issue of Amarnath Yatris. He's talking about it. And somewhere it's a sort of a planned strategy which the Congress is going to take up.
My question is this, Supriya. My question is this, why is Rahul Gandhi silent when leaders like Saifuddin Soz espouse that Burhan Wani should not have been killed by security forces? There should have been a dialogue. So is Rahul Gandhi's silence now equal to his own losing grip of the party? This kind of a response coming at a time where there shouldn't be any politics over a terror attack. Can Rahul Gandhi explain his silence over his own party leaders playing into the hand of Pak agents? Why is Manishankar Iyer going and meeting the separatists in the valley? Why no answer from Congress Vice President on that?
Well, Debina, as far as this entire issue which you have just raised, there the Congress has a standard line which they say that these individuals, whether it is Saifuddin Soz, whether it is Manishankar Iyer, they are going in their personal capacity and not as party's representative. They are saying that their committee, which was formed by the Congress President Sonia Gandhi, is still empowered by that of Dr. Manmohan Singh. So in case Dr. Manmohan Singh and Ghulam Nabi Azad, what they say is the original line of the Congress party. As far as Congress Vice President is concerned and the entire issue of Amarnath Yatra attack is concerned, we have been seeing this tug of war happening since yesterday, Debina. It was just a couple of hours after this news broke that there is a terror attack as far as Amarnath Yatra is concerned. We saw who's who from the political arena came out, condemned it. Then we saw a tug of war where the opposition attacked the government and government countered their attack, wherein the real message, the real issue somewhere is taking a backseat, that we are seeing that there have been terror attacks which are happening in Kashmir. There is a massive problem which is there in Kashmir. There are stone pelting happening. There is ceasefire violations happening. And somewhere, not just the government or the opposition, each and every Indian citizen has to stand up and speak in one voice. But the series of attacks which are there from Congress's Vice President is raising many questions. As far as the opposition is concerned, yesterday they had passed out a resolution wherein they had said that despite strong intelligence input, why the government didn't take some action to avert the terror attack. As far as the government is concerned, they hit back at the opposition saying this is not the right time. Investigation and probe is going on. We have to take some action. There were many ministers who said that because the government has taken strong stand against the militants.
Supriya, absolutely. There is no question that an accountability should be sought from the government of the day. But my point is this, when Rahul Gandhi says short-term political gain for Modi from PDP alliance has cost India massively, isn't this politicking going to cost India massively? There is a parliament session that is set to begin, is around the corner. Raise the issues there. Ask the government for accountability. But how can Rahul Gandhi, in this simplification of what he seems a problem in a mathematical equation, target the government when it's trying to fight the terrorists? Where is Rahul Gandhi when his own party members are playing into the hands of Pakistani propaganda? Why isn't he using his voice then to talk about how that kind of propaganda by Mani Shankar Aiyar and the doves, as you may call it, is costing India massively?
Well, Debina, this is the million-dollar question, that the tug-of-war between the Indian politicians has to somewhere stop. You can attack, you can seek accountability, but one has to understand that here the situation which is panning out in Kashmir, or whether at the Indo-China border, it involves a third party, which is another nation. What is happening in Jammu and Kashmir also involves Pak-sponsored terrorists. And we have to understand that when we are attacking, we have to seek accountability, but somewhere we have to also take into account that the entire attack doesn't end up helping the third person or the person involved in it. So somewhere, as far as the Congress is concerned, they are maintaining that what their vice president has said is right. They're also saying that government has to give the answer. This matter will be raised in the parliament's upcoming winter session. Already the opposition is won as far as the issue of Jammu Kashmir is concerned. They will be raising the entire issue and also will be seeking an explanation of the government that why, despite strong intelligence inputs, the terror attack wasn't averted.
But is this divisive politics? Is this divisive politics acceptable? Thanks so much, Supriya, for joining us. More news coming in.